Hi, and welcome to Easy Pace English, the place where English is learned calmly, clearly, and confidently. My name is Anna, and in today's lesson, I'm going to share 7 smart, effective tips to help you get a high score on the IELTS exam. If you're preparing for IELTS, you probably already know it's not just about how much English you know, it's about how well you can use that English under pressure. So let's dive into 7 powerful strategies that will help you perform better in every part of the exam: listening, reading, writing, and speaking. Let's begin. Tip 1. Understand the test format deeply, not just superficially. Many students think they know the test format, but they don't know it well enough. To get a high score, you need to know exactly what to expect in each section, not just the type of questions, but the order, timing, and even the instructions. For example, in the listening section, you only hear the audio once. That's it. So if you don't know the format, you'll waste time figuring things out during the exam instead of focusing on answers. Print out real IELTS test samples. Practice under real exam conditions. Read the band descriptors, yes, the official scoring system, and know what's being evaluated. Confidence comes from preparation, and preparation starts with understanding the test completely. Tip 2, train your timing. Don't just practice for accuracy. One of the biggest challenges in IELTS is the time pressure. You might be able to write a great essay in 45 minutes. But on the exam, you have only 40 minutes for task 2 and 20 minutes for task 1. So don't just practice writing. Time yourself. Use a stopwatch. Practice reading passages with a clock in view. Push yourself to think, plan, and write within the real time limits. Train your mind to work with pressure, not against it. Tip 3. In speaking, focus on fluency and coherence, not perfection. Many IELTS candidates worry too much about speaking perfect English. But guess what? You don't need perfect grammar to get a band 7 or even 8. The examiners are listening for fluency and coherence. How well you speak without long pauses, how logically your ideas connect, how natural your rhythm is. It's okay to pause briefly to think, but avoid stopping mid-sentence or backtracking too much. Practice common questions like, describe a place you enjoy visiting. Talk about a time you learned something new. Don't memorize answers. Instead, practice speaking spontaneously and clearly. Use linking phrases like, to be honest, what I mean is, actually, that reminds me of. These tools help your speech flow naturally, and that's what examiners love to hear. Tip 4. Use real IELTS materials, not random English exercises. It's great to improve your general English, but if your goal is IELTS, you need to practice with IELTS-specific materials. That means real listening recordings from IELTS prep books, real sample readings, actual writing tasks with model answers, and band score breakdowns. When you train with real material, you become familiar with IELTS question styles, vocabulary patterns, and expectations. It's like training for a race by running the actual route, not just jogging around the park. Use resources from Cambridge, British Council, and IELTS Liz. Don't guess the format, live inside it. Tip 5. Learn to paraphrase. It's the secret to a high score. Paraphrasing means expressing the same idea using different words, and it's essential for both writing and speaking. In writing task 1, you don't just copy the question, you rephrase it. For example, question, the chart shows the percentage of people who exercise regularly. Paraphrased, a graph illustrates how many individuals engage in regular physical activity. In speaking, paraphrasing helps avoid repetition and makes your answers more flexible. Practice by taking sentences and rewriting them in 2 or 3 different ways. This not only improves your range, but shows examiners your true level of control over English. Tip 6. In writing task 2, structure is everything. A well-organized essay is easier to follow and easier to score highly. Use clear paragraphing. Introduction with a direct opinion. 2 or 3 body paragraphs with clear topic sentences. A short but effective conclusion. For example, in an opinion essay, paragraph 1, intro and thesis. Paragraph 2, reason 1 plus example. Paragraph 3, reason 2 plus example. Paragraph 4, conclusion. Use linking words like on the one hand, moreover, as a result, in contrast, but don't overuse them. Natural flow is more important than stuffing every sentence with connectors. Tip 7. Practice speaking out loud every day. This may sound simple, but it's powerful. Speaking out loud, even when you're alone, helps build rhythm, fluency, and confidence. It forces your brain to think in English, not just translate. Set aside 10 to 15 minutes a day. Pick a random topic. Record yourself. Listen back. Notice your tone, speed, pauses, and filler words. Shadow native speakers. Mimic real conversations. Read IELTS answers aloud and make them your own. The more your mouth practices English, the easier it will be to speak naturally on test day. These 7 tips aren't tricks or shortcuts. They're real strategies that help real students get real results. If you apply them consistently, you'll see your performance improve, and not just on the IELTS, but in your overall English fluency. Thank you for learning with me today. If you found this video helpful, like it, subscribe to Easy Pace English, and share it with someone preparing for IELTS. And remember, learning English isn't just about exams. It's about building confidence step by step. See you next time.